The only way to run your business is exactly how it feels right for you. I feel like this is a really important topic to talk about simply because there is so much talk, and it doesn't really necessarily just apply to your business, it applies to your life as well, right? Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has like the way. Everybody can tell you what works for them, and maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. But I can promise you this, you are the only person who knows the exact right way to run your life, to run your business, to do whatever it is that you want to do. You are the person who knows that the best. Sometimes we're disconnected from that, and we like to ask other people for their opinion and to get answers and that kind of stuff. And that's totally fine. I want you to remember at the end of the day, you are the person who knows what works for you the best, what feels the best for you. And so, to give you an example of that, when I first started out, I had people tell me, like, you have to be at your computer at 10 o'clock in the morning and you can't leave the computer until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you weren't doing that, then you weren't taking yourself or your business very serious. And so I did it for a long time. And I struggled every single day. I struggled to be in front of my computer. I struggled to figure out what I was supposed to be doing while I was in front of my computer. And I struggled for a number of reasons. One, first thing in the morning doesn't work for me. I like to get up and ease into my day. I like to, you know, get up, go make a tea, have something to eat. Sometimes I sit outside, not so much in the winter. Maybe I want to go for a walk. Maybe I want to go for coffee with a friend before I get into my day. I don't like to get up and go wherever or whatever I'm doing is like instant from eye open to start. And so for me, it is well after noon before I take clients, before I do calls. Like I'll answer emails or I'll answer voice messages and stuff like that. But actual client one on one calls don't happen until the afternoon or the evening. Content creation generally happens later in the afternoon or in the evening. And so, what I was finding is that I was in front of my computer struggling from 10 until 4. And then I would have some family time, have dinner, do, whatever. And then in the evenings, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I was in front of my computer, fired up, ready to go. The reason I'm telling you this is because everything works for everybody. So whoever told me to do it this way, that worked for them. The people who say you have to launch, if you're doing a new program, it's like a period of time you're launching and talking and you're all of these things also doesn't work for me. Sales calls generally don't work for me. I like for you to be the person who makes an informed decision. I like to give you all of the information. Here's what my Reiki class entails. Here's what my Reiki class costs. Here's when my Reiki class starts. If you have questions, 1,000% reach out to me. If you have questions, I want to answer them for you. But I don't want to give you some generic, like, here's my program, and you're getting all hyped and excited about it. And then I say, jump on a sales call with me, because then I can counteract all of your reasons why not. And I can talk you into why now is a great time for you. Again, now is a great time or not. I don't have to talk you into that. And me personally, I feel like if I have to talk you into it, if I have to show you why now is a good time for you, if I have to create the picture of perfection for you, I'm going to be doing that while you're in the program also. And so I don't do that. I give you the information. This is what I offer. This is why I offer it. This is what it's going to do. This is how much it's going to cost. And this is when we're going to start. And the rest is up to you. You're a grown adult. I'm pretty sure you know whether you have the capacity or not, whether you want the change or not, whether you're ready or not. Yes, sometimes we need a push, but I don't believe that that push is somebody outside of me telling me what is best for me. I want you to really kind of feel into this, because as you are in, again, life or business, it doesn't really matter, as you are going through creating your business or finding what works for your business, try it. If it feels like it might work, if you feel like it might be the right thing, if you want to try launching, launch. If it doesn't feel right, know that it works for some, but it's not always the answer. If you want to time block, time block. If you want to do sales calls, do sales calls. Find out, because the only way you're going to find out what works for you and what doesn't is trial and error, like doing it and going, yeah, this doesn't feel right. For me to tell people you can have the life and the business that you want while I'm time blocking and doing things that I don't want to do doesn't seem right. And so I don't do it. I think this is really important for you to understand and for you to really anchor into, because life is the same thing. Like, I remember being pregnant and everybody telling me like the must do's of pregnancy. Like, here's how you have to be pregnant, and here how you have to deliver, and here's how you have to raise your children. And none of that's real. Like, what matters is what feels right for you, how you raise your child. Like, some people do things one way, some people do them another, some people have different values than others. And so all of that comes forward in your parenting. If something doesn't feel right for you, if something feels off, and I don't mean off as in like this is uncomfortable, right? Learning a new skill, doing a new thing is uncomfortable. You're coming out of your comfort zone, trying to navigate a new skill or learn a new thing that you don't know. And so give it some time. But if after some time you still go, yeah, this isn't right for me, this doesn't feel like it's working for me, it feels counterproductive, then stop doing it. Find a new way. One of the things I can tell you for sure is that energetically, if you are in it and you are saying like, hey, I'm going to post on social media every single day, and then you're posting every single day and you're getting zero engagement and people are not responding and nothing is happening, it's because energetically you're like, I hate posting on social media every day. I don't want to be doing this. This is tedious. This is awful. Like, I don't want to do it. I remember, super funny story, starting out, and I had written a chapter in a book. To be honest, I don't even remember what that book is called today, because I've since now written a full book on my own. I've done some journals and some other things. But when I wrote this chapter, I was in a mastermind group with a bunch of lovely, lovely women. And I remember saying and putting it in the group and saying, can you read this through and give me some honest feedback before I submit this to the editor? And at the time, all I could think about was, please, dear God, don't let anybody see this. It was very raw. It was very vulnerable. It was the first time that I had really kind of put anything out there. And now I was telling everybody about my life and my journey, and it was scary as hell. And I will tell you, months later, after it was submitted to the editor and it was published, it was in print out there for the world to see, I was at a retreat with these same women and I told this story and how nobody even liked the post. Nobody commented. Nobody gave me any feedback. Nobody, nothing. And all of the women were shocked that I had posted in the group because none of them legitimately seen it. Energetically, when we put out there, please don't, what you're getting is please don't, right? When we put out there energetically, I love this. This is my passion. This is fantastic. This feels good. You see that and it comes back to you. So I want you to really think about, are you doing something that you enjoy? Are you doing something that somebody else told you you should do? Or are you just trying to find your footing? Because all of those things are very different. When you're trying to find your footing, it's odd and it's uncomfortable and it feels not the best sometimes. It's exciting sometimes, but it doesn't feel the best sometimes, but you stick with it. But if you feel like you are inauthentic to who you are, if it feels like you are being a hypocrite, you're saying one thing and you're doing something totally different, You are, again, bringing it back to business. I'm somebody who does not like to get on a sales call. I like to have all the information, to know all the information, and then decide if I want to buy. And so I like to be able to give that to my people. And so if you're somebody who's the same, doing a post that gives all the information except for the final price, and then you say, oh, just jump on a sales call with me, might not feel like you're being authentic. And so I want to challenge you to really step into, you know, the way for you. You know what works for you. As long as you're living authentic to that, everything else will work out.